Have you ever wondered which Slayer task can make you good money in OSRS? Today I'm not going to waste your time with every single monster. We're focusing on the tasks that print money. Some you probably know about, and some that might surprise you. You have to bear in mind that Slayer isn't pure profit all of the time. A lot of these methods consume GP before they make it. Cannoning tasks burns through cannonballs fast. Some tasks add up with potions and food, and if you're using max gear the supply cost is even higher. But that doesn't mean that these tasks aren't worth doing. It just means you need to factor in net profit, not just value of the drops. Slayer rewards patience. Some tasks slowly build GP, until one big unique drop flips the whole grind into massive profit. Just something to bear in mind. Let's start with something you can literally do AFK, Vyrewatch Sentinels. These require 38 Slayer, but the key is you need Sins of the Father completed to access the Sentinels in Darkmire. It's one of the busiest AFK locations in the game because you can literally sit there in prayer gear near the altar. The Sentinels never become unaggressive unless you're wearing the Vyrewatch Noble robes, so throw on your best prayer bonus gear and camp it out. The big ticket item here is the Blood Shard at a 1 in 1500 drop rate, but RNG is RNG. You might go over 1000 kills without one, but also you might get lucky on another occasion. That's just the Slayer life. Gargoyles at 75 Slayer. Another classic AFK monster in the Slayer Tower. Each kill is worth about 3500 GP, and you're looking at roughly 350,000 GP per hour before you factor in the Granite Maul drops. Speaking of which, Granite Mauls drop at a 1 in 256 chance. Invest 120 Slayer points in the Gargoyle Smasher perk. This automatically finishes them off instead of you needing to use a rock hammer every single kill. A quality of life upgrade that's absolutely worth it. Brutal Black Dragons at 77 Slayer. These are found in the catacombs of Kourend, and they're completely AFKable on or off task. Each kill is worth about 30,000 GP, 30k per kill while you're barely paying attention. You're making well over 1.5 million per hour just sitting there. Dragon plate legs, dragon skirts, full rune armor and dragon bones every kill, plus 2 black dragon hide every time. The sheer volume of alchables makes this consistent money. And since there's a bank and altar right outside, you barely have to move. I just want to give a quick shout out to today's sponsor, 07.gg Exchange Pro. If you flip on the GE, you know the struggle. Finding profitable items means scrolling through hundreds of listings or trusting outdated guides. 07.gg solves this with the most advanced filters available. Instantly sort by profit margin, ROI, trade volume, whatever metrics matter to you. I've been using it for a few weeks and it's completely streamlined flipping. Beyond flipping, you can track your trades, identify long-term investments through detailed market reports, and discover profitable recipes for instant returns. Click the link in the description to get £5 off and start maximizing your Grand Exchange profits. Now let's talk about some tasks that you actually have to pay attention for, but the money reflects that effort. Cerberus for Hellhound tasks. This requires 91 Slayer. This boss is pulling in 3.7 million GP per hour if you're getting drops on rate. The Primordial Crystal alone is worth a lot of GP, but here's the reality check. Cerberus's regular drops aren't great. You're really banking on those crystals. Some players get multiple primordials back to back, and others go extremely dry. It's about 30k Slayer XP per hour though, so at least you're getting solid XP while you wait for those drops. Tormented Demons for Greater Demon tasks. Now this is where it gets interesting because Tormented Demons don't even require a specific Slayer level, just completion of the Wild Gothic Sleeps quest. These things are currently bringing in around 3.5 million GP per hour at max efficiency, with nearly 60,000 Slayer XP per hour. That XP rate is absolutely insane for a Greater Demon task, and the Tormented Synapse is sitting at 34 million GP. The profit isn't as good as it once was, but it's still very good. Abyssal Sire for Abyssal Demon tasks. Jagex recently buffed the Abyssal Sire, making it more profitable and better XP. You're looking at around 20 to 25k Slayer XP per hour, and about 3 million GP. The uniques include Abyssal Daggers, Whips, and Bludgeon Pieces. For regular Abyssal Demons at 85 Slayer, you're looking at the iconic Abyssal Whip at a 1 in 512 chance. You can expect anywhere from 100,000 to 750,000 GP per hour depending on the whip luck. Let's talk about Wilderness Slayer. Higher risk, but the rewards can be absolutely crazy. Revenants. You can get these from Krystilia with 0 Slayer requirements. If you're getting everything on rate and killing efficiently, you're looking at around 4 million GP per hour. The uniques include the crossbow and the Vigorous chainmace. But here's what makes Rev special. The regular drops are also worth a lot of money. It's not just about that big ticket item. Now obviously this is one of the most heavily PK'd areas in the game. You will get attacked. So factor that into your profit calculations. Venenatis and Spindle for spider tasks. Another wilderness option that's currently bringing in 5.5 million GP per hour if you get everything on rate. The Voidwaker gem is worth 23 million right now. Plus there's a range of other valuable drops. Being wilderness bosses, these are also very common PK spots. You're not going to survive long out there solo, but with a team or anti-PK gear you can protect your loot and make serious bank. Now we're getting into the real moneymakers, the tasks that separate casual players from the people building bank. Hydra tasks at Alchemical Hydra. This has been the highest Slayer requirement on our list at 95 Slayer. Currently pulling in 4.5 million GP per hour with decent stats and gear. The Hydra's Claw is the big drop at 65 million GP. But here's what makes Hydra special. A lot of the hourly profit comes from the consistent drops rather than the big ticket items. Plus you're getting essential Ironman upgrades and great alchables. It's just consistently good money. Now fair warning, demonic gorillas are slower XP than just cannoning regular black demons. If you're purely going for the fastest Slayer XP, cannon the normal ones, but if you want the money, demonics are where it's at. Blue dragon tasks at Vorkath. No Slayer level requirement, but you need Dragon Slayer 2 completed. Using the Dragon Hunter Lance, you're making up to 4 million GP per hour. Vorkath drops the Skeletal Visage, Draconic Visage, Dragon Bone Necklace and Vorkath's Head. But the main factor of that 4 million is actually the regular drops and bones. It's been one of the best consistent moneymakers in the game. Daggonth tasks at the Daggonth Kings. If you complete your task at DKs instead of regular Daggonths, you can make a decent chunk of cash. The Fremnik rings drop at a fairly common rate at 1 in 128. The maximum GP per hour is 2.8 million, but that assumes you have the Fremnik Elite Diaries completed for noted Daggonth bones. Without it, your profit gets slashed by 900k, down to 1.9 million. You're getting around 20,000 Slayer XP per hour, but that's with good stats and gear. Even low level players can profit here by safe spotting Rex, who drops the most valuable ring, the Berserker ring at 3 million. And now the most profitable Slayer task in the game right now is Araxxor. This requires 92 Slayer and is currently bringing in over 6 million GP per hour. What makes Araxxor special is that it has a lower Slayer requirement than Hydra, 92 versus 95. It provides excellent Ironman upgrades and is relatively easy to kill with certain strategies. The profit is absolutely insane right now. But the beautiful thing about Slayer is that one good unique drop can change everything. One player mentioned making just north of 1 billion GP on their way to 99, just by focusing on profitable tasks. That's the power of combining Slayer with smart boss selection. Whether you're AFKing for consistent profit or actively grinding for those massive unique drops, there's a profitable Slayer method for every playstyle and level. Thank you for watching the video. Click the video on screen to see which OSRS bosses can make you rich. I hope you're having a good day. Until the next one, peace.